welcome back to my channel and to the chaos. We are in the midst of Valentine's Day. It's coming up next week, and I'm going to show you a couple things that I found at the dollar store. I'm going to start with this little heart mold. I got it at the dollar store, so it's now what, $1.25. So I'm going to show you 5 things that you can do with this hearts mold for Valentine's Day with your little kids. That's not just like baking cupcakes. So 5 things with this. That was $1.25, easy. It's still available at the Dollar Tree. You can go grab it now. Before I show you these 5 tips, please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. Seriously, from one mom to another, it is so important and it helps me so much. Okay, let's get started.
First up, we're going to take this mold from the dollar store and we are going to melt some dark chocolate. You could use any kind of melted chocolate you like. Dark chocolate is our favorite. And then I'm going to go ahead and just dice up some strawberries, but you could also do this with blueberries, blackberries, whatever kind of fruit you prefer. And then you're going to want 3 toppings, or you can use as much as little as you'd like. I did strawberries, almonds, and then for the almonds I just broke them off my hands. I don't know, I was lazy. And then broke those up, and then I didn't get a video, but I also did pretzel pieces. I'm not sure where that went, but once I microwaved my dark chocolate, got that all melted, I just kind of combined it, gave it a good stir around here until it was nice and creamy. Then I got this mold out. I didn't have to oil it or grease it or anything like that. It's just a little silicone mold. And then I'm going to dump some chocolate, scoop some, dump some, however you want to call it, into our mold. I didn't do really thick hearts. I did somewhat thin, enough chocolate to cover the bottom and give, be able to hold it, but I definitely didn't fill up that mold the entire, I think it's like 1.5 inches deep. I definitely didn't do that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and smooth out the chocolate here, so basically cover the entire bottom of that heart-shaped mold. And then I'm just using the top of a rectangular Pyrex lid to go ahead and just like put underneath this mold to give me a little stability. And then I'm starting to top my hearts while they're still melted in warm chocolate. I did the almonds first, and then I put on some strawberries. Now again, my chocolate is still melted, so these are going to stick to that, heart-shaped chocolate. And then I finish it off with some pretzel pieces, so you kind of get some savory, some salty, and some sweet here, a little bit of something for everybody. And then after I did this, I got the idea of like, wow, maybe like a white chocolate drizzle would look really pretty. So I then took some white chocolate and I tried to drizzle it on the top. Yeah, it's definitely not my forte. I don't think I'm going to be a dessert decorator anytime soon. However, while the look might not be there, they were 10 out of 10 on the whole tasting factor. And I just kind of I wanted to do a drizzle, and it ended up being like a scoop and a dump. And then I just was like, well, maybe I'll just spread it out. But seriously, they tasted really good. They just might not have looked the prettiest. And I had to hurry because, as you see, I had toddler hands coming for me. What I did while he ate that chocolate spoon is I put these in the freezer. And then once I took them out of the freezer, I popped them out of their molds, I should say. And it really didn't take much brain power, and you didn't have to, go a bunch of different directions trying to be super careful. They came out very easily, and look how pretty they look from the bottom. It's just like a smooth dark chocolate heart, and then when you flip it over, you get a little bit of a fun surprise because you've got all kinds of different toppings and white chocolate, and these were definitely toddler approved. The strawberry was his favorite. I'm an almond girl. My husband seemed to like the pretzels, but yeah, look at those. How fun, how delicious.
Is it good? Very good. Might not be the prettiest on the top, but delicious.
This next one is super easy. It's ice paint, and what we're going to do is start by putting this mold right on a Pyrex lid just to give it some stability, and then I'm adding my food coloring. Don't forget you can mix and match like red and blue or yellow and red to get some different colors in here. And then once I did that, I just added some tap water, and I filled these probably 3/4 of the way to all the way full. And then it doesn't look like much now, but once they're frozen, you'll be able to see better the colors. I just covered them with saran wrap after that. This way you can add in something to hold them with. I'm using straws. You could use toothpicks, but I have little kids, so this will be better. They don't have to worry about stabbing themselves. And I just went ahead and poked a piece of cut straw right through the center. And again, I'm going to do this on like white paper, or you could do this outside if you have a little bit of a warm area, but these are just ice paints. I put them in the freezer overnight, and then I took them out. They were super easy. I start by taking the saran wrap off. You'll have a little bit of ice crystals on the top. You can dust those off pretty easy, not a big deal. I ended up losing a straw, but they can do it with their hands just fine. And then once they were completely frozen and I take the saran wrap off here, we just popped them out. So I've got orange, I did a yellow, I think purple, red, green, all of the basic fun colors. And these are super easy, super affordable to do. And again, ice paints, super fun. And you could actually even do it in the tub. If you have a white tub, you can just let them ice paint in there. But this is what they look like at the end.
I hope you're liking what we're doing so far. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. Seriously, it would mean so much to you. You could just hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, next up is going to be the classic strawberry, aka red Jello. And then I just start by dumping it into a Pyrex measuring. You could do any kind of dish you like. I'm just going to do this because it's easy to pour over the mold. Then, of course, 1 cup boiling water. I stir that until all of my little Jello crystals are well combined. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of cold water. And again, give that a stir to combine it. Now I poured, I would say, about halfway, 3/4 of the way full with Jello. I did have some extra, so I poured a thin layer into a casserole dish, and then I was just going to put these little heart Jellos on top of that just for some sensory play, for some fun. Now, I will admit when I'm wrong, and taking these out of the Jello mold was a mistake. I think what I would do is I would do this activity last and then just let them play with it right from the mold, because it just did not come out very well, and I feel like it kind of broke apart. Great idea, great concept, just that was as best as it got. Next up, we have a sensory activity, Magic Love Potions. I buy mine from a small shop called The Sensory Mess. You can find them on Instagram, and she'll send you a little kit. However, if not, you could Google your favorite kind of potions online, whether it's a vinegar and baking soda or soaps or whatever you like. In lieu of glitter, we're using sprinkles today, and these are still fun. They're pretty. They're edible. They're biodegradable. So all around, it's a win. She also will send a magic elixir that you mix with tap water. I'm reusing this from a dollar store craft kit. However, you can use any squeeze bottle that you like. I just mix my elixir with some water, but again, whatever recipe you find, it's not necessarily this recipe that you need, it's the concept here. Look how fizzy and fun that is. Now it's time to test it with the toddler. Our dog Cooper helped, and this was a lot of fun, quick and easy little sensory activity for Valentine's Day. Next up on the list is from the land of misfit crayons. We're going to go ahead and take our mold, and then I'm just going to peel and break up crayons. I used ones that were already half peeled or half broken, but really you could use any crayons that you want to. And then I didn't really have a rhyme or reason. I kind of did a brown and a tan in one, but really I did some reds and just kind of went as I was putting crayons in there, and that's how I decided I was going to pair them. I really went based off what we already had that was broken and was trying to give a second life to. So I did a variety of greens in ones. I did deep reds for Valentine's Day, a couple of blues. I did some orange, and then I did like a gray, silvery purple. But again, you can use whatever you want. If you want to do all red, that would be fine for Valentine's Day, but look how pretty this looks already. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pop them in the oven at 275 for about 7 to 8 minutes. Mine were ready on that 7-minute side. This is what they look like when they came out. They were very pretty. I then took a toothpick to add a little bit of that marbling factor to really emphasize that. You can really see that on the right there with the purple and kind of white and silver. And then once they were dried completely, we then carefully popped them out of the mold. Now, again, this mold, I didn't have to do any non-stick spray or oil or anything like that. They came right out. And then they were very smooth on one side, pretty much smooth on both sides with a little bit of an edge. Super easy to use. You can do this with coloring books or on plain paper, but it adds like a little bit of fun for Valentine's Day. You could put them in a cute bag and add it to a Valentine's Day basket. Super easy.
Hopefully one of those activities will bring some fun to your home. Please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. Seriously, it would mean so much to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.